Hi, it's Sherry, and today I have some exercises to strengthen our hands. As you can see, I've got some tools here, which are rubber bands. These ones have made it into our house by way of produce or other means, and this one, kind of see is different color, is a dedicated rubber band just for hand strengthening, just for these hand exercises. But if you can not find one that's strong enough in the ones that you just get coming to your house, you can look into getting one of these dedicated therapy rubber bands. Otherwise, I just recommend that you go through and you test a few of them and you kind of see how strong are they? How do your fingers feel with that effort to open them, right? And you can kind of see what I'm doing with my hands here, right? So you find the one that feels like it'll work really well. I'm going to use this blue one. And you can see, I just put it around my fingers and my thumb here, just onto the first knuckle, really. And I'm going to bend that elbow and bring the arm in. And I'm even going to take the other hand and put it around this wrist here for a little extra support. And then I'm going to open it and slowly close it. And we're going to do this 7 times with each hand. Okay, that's 7. And I just take it off, put it in the other hand. You can see I bring my arm in, drop my shoulders down, and add a little bit of extra support here. I start opening. A rubber band hand exercise. You can do that a couple of times a day, 7 times. As you can see, I'm not holding that for very long. I'm just opening it all the way, holding for just a pause, and then closing slowly, not letting the band slap closed. The next exercise is going to take this chair that I'm sitting on, and I'm going to move it back just a little bit so it's nice and securely on the yoga mat. And what we're going to do is use our hands like this. We're going to make a soft fist, tuck that thumb outside, and then I'm going to do this in profile so it's really easy to see. You kind of have to sit forward a little bit on your chair, feet nice and flat down, and you can see I bring these knuckles down. I'm turning my hands slightly so the thumbs are pointing towards each other, right? I'm not actually sticking the thumb out, but the thumbs are facing one another. Then I'm going to push down, right? Push down. Maybe my tailbone lifts up a tiny bit, and then I'm going to release, right? I can even bring my feet in a little bit, push down in the hands and the feet, see if I can get that tailbone to levitate just a little bit more. And I'm holding these roughly for a count of 5, right? Here's what it looks straight on. You can see my elbows tuck in behind me, so those back of the upper arms work. And release, right? All right, so that's another one, hand strength. We're also getting to the strength of the whole core for that one too. I have one more for you. It's actually kind of a 2-part one. We're gonna move this chair back and out of the way for the moment. And I'm gonna bring my hands to the wall. And then down here, see I'm in line with my forearms and my elbows. I'm going to lightly push into the wall, and I'm going to imagine it's kind of like a garage door that I'm trying to push upwards. For a little adventure option, you can see I lean in a tiny bit. To come out of this, I lean back out, let the arms relax and come away. Let's look at that once more. Hands come in, right, at forearm height. I'm spreading my fingers out lightly. And then before I even lean in, right, I'm pushing into the wall, like I want to push the wall up into the sky. Then maybe I keep my elbows tucked in and I lean in a little bit. Drawing the abdomen back to the spine, feet pressing down. All right, and then see I come out, and then I let those hands release. You can do a little movement for the wrists. And do one more. So this is a standing kind of vertical plank. I want to show you a a chair plank. And I am going to tell you, you have the option of being hands. Let's first bend the knees, drop the hips, come down with a really neutral back. Hands can be like this, or you can make that soft fist again and come down on the knuckles if your wrist would appreciate that. We then step one foot back, the other foot back. Hips drop down, right, making a nice plank. When we want to come out of that, we step one foot forward, then the other. Hips come down, and maybe we come up with big arms before bringing them down. I'm going to do this slightly to profile so you can see a little bit more, right? We drop down, hinge from the hips and the knees, bring down our hands or our knuckles, step back one foot, then the other, draw the abdomen to the spine, push down through the hands. To come out, one foot comes forward, then the other, hips drop down, push away from the chair, come on up. So this is how we do a little strength for our hands, a little strength for our core. I hope you enjoyed these exercises, especially the rubber band one. You can do a couple times a day. You can do any of these a couple times a day, but that rubber band one for the fingers particularly, really good for focusing on just the strength, returning to the hands. Hope you enjoyed this practice. Thank you so much for joining me. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you.